Welcome everyone to another of our YouTube live session. We are restarting our YouTube live session on editing. So before we begin any other lessons, the very important lesson to understand is understanding the interface, the workspace, and the layout of Premiere Pro. So let's begin that. So let me start. You see, this is my Premiere Pro. It's taking a little bit time. So to start a new file, I'll go to File, go to New, and to start my project. So this is my new project panel. So here in the name, I can write whatever name I want to write for the project. It's like, for example, I'll write it demo underscore layout. So I'll save it where I want to. It would be anywhere as YouTube. I would save it. I'll make a folder here. Let's say demo underscore layout, and inside that I'll make another folder, say Adobe file, and I'll save my file here. So generally keep the settings as it is, that this would be a default settings, and I press OK, and my new my new project has been formed. So this is my effect workspace. If you see up, depending on the work that you're going to do, there are workspaces assigned. Adobe's already made some of the workspaces for this tab. If you click on that tab, say learning, uh, and so if you want to learn something, so there is a learning tab. There's assembly tab. Assembly tab is generally used when you want to assemble things, when you want to bring in files into your projects. That is where you use this assembly tab. Editing is generally when you use it for the editing time. You see the panels keep on moving as I shift my workspaces. So depending on, again and again, depending on what work you're going to do in the Premiere Pro, your workspace, the particular workspace you can select. So maybe color, when I want to color grade my footages, that then I use color workspace, effects generally, and audio. You see, I get an essential panel here. Generally in effect, you see the effect panels over here, and graphics, and your libraries. So these are generally what you workspaces are. Uh, you can always interchange this. I'll show you in your later stage how to interchange and then save a workspace, because particularly I generally use is editing workspace. So if you see, this is my default editing workspace. uh, I do customize it according to my requirement. And then I'll show you also how to save a particular workspace also. So let's moving on. I'll tell you each and every panel now. So I'm in the editing workspace right now. So this is your demo project panel. You can say this is where you import your footages, your audio clips, whatever the material that you're going to need for editing, you import it in this panel. As we move on in our live sessions, we will be discussing, we will be using about a lot of this panel, and that I will tell you more in depth. Right now, I'll just tell you what this panel are used for. So again, this is where you import your clips. This is your timeline where you edit. Most of your edit is cutting the clips, adding effects. You can see your clips here in this timeline panel. It generally works for a timeline. You need to create a sequence. So we'll also discuss about sequence in our coming sessions. So this is your program panel right now. So this is your program panel. Whatever, like wherever your CTI is, it generally shows whatever in the program panel. If you're screaming through a clip on your timeline, the output will be seen on your program panel. So whatever clips are there on your timeline, its preview can be seen on in the program monitor. So again, we'll be discussing about program monitor in a very in-depth in our latest program. So this is your source monitor. So source monitor is generally used for two purposes. Mainly, if you want to view your clip before adding it um, on your timeline, so you can view it here. Uh, then you add it on your timeline. Other than others uses are also there. You can sometimes in a very complicated editing scenario, you can convert your source monitor into a program monitor, and you can simultaneously view both the screens, like program monitor and source monitor simultaneously. So there, when you're working with multiple, what do you say, timelines, then you can put your one timeline on your source monitor, another timeline on your program monitor, and that is a really complicated, what do you say, uh, way of editing, which we will be discussing how to. I have covered that up in our previous YouTube live session. You can visit that and check how I created a source monitor into attach it to one timeline and another timeline on program monitor. Okay, so this is my again one of the most important thing is your effect control panel. Sorry, your effect panel. So this is where you generally find all the effects that you're going to apply on your clips. So you can set up presets, audio effect, audio transition, video effect, video transitions. Everything is there. Whatever effects that you're going to put on your clip, that is generally found here. Generally, it is found here. And so the combinations of effects, you can create a very nice cinematic look to your film, to your edit, uh, or whatever your videos are. So this is another important panel in your Premiere Pro. Next is your effect control panel. So if you import a clip and then put a, what do you say, then put, you want to put in some control, its scale, motions, you want to control the effect that you put, you want to key certain effects, that all you do it in your effect control panel. So I have somewhat covered it in my previous YouTube live sessions. You can all We will be covering this, and the use of it will be the uses of effect control we will see in our future sessions also. So this is your audio mixer. When you are working with the audios, you do all the editing similar to effect control. When you want to edit certain aspects in your certain parameters in your audio file, say the music file or the dialogues or whatever the audio is, you do it here. It is used in this. So metadata is generally all the properties of a certain clips is been reflected here. It's generally it's not used by many, but on a longer run, in a good edit, you always want to do this, and you can change the metadata. There are a lot of things that you can play with here. Other than this, if you hover through the workspaces, you see color, you see lumetic colors panel, and this panel helps you to adjust the color grading. It helps in your color grading the video clips. Similarly, if you go to audio, you get a lot of essential sounds here, and you can put different effects on your, say you want to remove the background noise, or you want to do a certain tweak to your audio, you do it using this panel. Similarly, in graphic panels, you get essential graphics. In this, you get the already installed templates. Some of the, if you want to use some of the templates that have already been provided by Adobe, you can use that, or you can create your own text and give it a proper animation or a proper, what do you say, if you want to select a font, color, whatever, you can do it in this essential graphic panel. Let me see if I missed anything. Other than this, if you see this media browser is generally what, if you want to browse through your media files, libraries, info, effect, and markers, history. So this is not the panel that I use, so I already always keep it close. So this is I use, this is I don't. So okay. Other than this, a very important fact is this all panels are movable. See, for example, if I say I don't want this program monitor here and I want it here, so I'll go and drop it here. So now you see the all my things are in here. Similarly, if I want my effect panel to be placed here, see, I can always move it around. So let me adjust it as per my uh, how I do it. So I don't need this panel. I need this sometimes. And okay, one of the important thing, this is your toolbar panel. So here various tools are there which helps you with editing on your timeline. Say this is your selection tool, track tool. If you hover on it, the names pop up. uh, Ripple edit, your razor tool, slip tool, pen tool, hand tool, and your type tool. All your tools that are required for your editing are placed in your toolbar. So this is your toolbar panel. So let me adjust it as per my and now this is my default workspace. This is the workspace I love to work in. So what I'll do is go to window, go to workspace, save as new workspace, say Rahul workspace. And if you see now, I have got another tab where this is my workspace. So this is this workspace I'm comfortable with. I saved it, and now in the name of Rahul's workspace. Similarly, you can always move the panels around as per your convenience, and then save this workspace. Uh, and one more thing, if for example, if you see for some accidental reason you suddenly close down a panel, for say I close down this panel, or I close my timeline panel. So what to do? Then if you want it back, you can always go to Windows, look for say program monitor. I got it back, and say my timeline, and I got it back. If you can see, all the panels are here. Whatever panels, if you accidentally delete it, you can go to Windows and find it there and click. It will come back into the interface. Okay, so this was it. This is one of So today we saw the layouts and various panels in Premiere Pro, the workspaces in Premiere Pro. We'll be covering each panel in depth in our future sessions. So I hope you understood this session. We'll cover up more about these panels in our future sessions. For right now, thank you so much.